Hello, thank you for joining me today. I'm the Jimmy Jam Oracle, and today we are doing another Girl World Tarot card reading. We're doing Foodie Beauty. Remember, we welcome and we thank the spirits for being here, just like I welcome and thank you. And let's get started. I'm going to do a quick shuffle, and then we're going to get into it. We're going to focus our energy, our thoughts on Chantal, kind of help guide the spirits. Celtic cross is just a great generalization of what is she doing now or how she's feeling now, and a little peek into where it's all going. Celtic crosses are my favorite. Let's get started. One more good shuffle. All right. So the first card is Chantal's card. It's her current state. So what do we have? We have the Six of Pentacles. It is reversed. Seems it says self-care, unpaid debts, one-sided charity, strings attached, power, and domination. This is a fairly good card. It's actually excellent. The unpaid debts, I do believe, are, I'm getting a really strong pull towards that. Like her, what is it? Her bankruptcies. And then also the one-sided charity. Sometimes I get a card and it's worded, single parent, basically like either she's providing funds or like the one-sided charity, like maybe it's her Beezers like giving her money and she's using it for greedy purposes. And the pentacles do tend to be more about the coin, the money. And we're also talking about power and domination. Control is also a big Girl World wordage that we get with the cards. They're always looking for that power, domination, the control. In this case, I believe it is towards finances. And this card does talk about self-care. I think it's talking about it more in a greedy way. Like she's only caring about herself. So let's check out her obstacles. Ooh, we have the Two of Cups. We read that in reverse. It says self-love. Oh, okay, there we go. Disharmony, distrust, breakups, imbalance, tension, broken communication. This definitely could be the energy between her and Salah right now. The broken communication, the breakups, maybe the breakup is actually real, or at the very least, that break in communication is real, which would explain all the arguments going on right now. We also talked about distrust. I believe there is a lot of distrust in there. I just don't know if it's a financial one or a romantic one. And it's funny that self-love shows up as an obstacle for her, especially after getting a card that stresses self-care. And I do believe this comes from a more greedy point of view. Bring these down just to here. All right, so we move on to the third card. It is the Goal or Destiny card. It just could be also like whatever is sitting on the top of her mind, what she's thinking about now. But let's go ahead and flip that over. We have the Knight of Swords. It's right side up. It says ambitious, action-oriented, driven to succeed, fast-thinking, and defending beliefs. Definitely, she will defend her beliefs in a heartbeat. She's very combative in that way. As far as like the ambitious, I do think she is ambitious, and it does talk about being action-oriented, and I know that might seem funny to some people because the only action we ever see her is sealing on the couch. But the action doesn't have to be something actually physical. It could be like taking action towards something or addressing something maybe. But it's getting off the feeling of like taking care of something, being on top of something. And there's also like that driven to succeed. I really do believe she's very driven to collect all of this money. And I think that's where that succeed is coming from. Like she's really wanting to succeed in that way. And I do get like a really strong like financial pull, especially from the Six of Pentacles in the first draw. Let's move on to the fourth card. It's a distant past foundation. So this is just describing something that has kind of led to our current situation. It is the King of Wands. It says natural leader, visionary, entrepreneur, big picture, overcoming challenges, mature and career focused. This could, I'm not really sure who this could be. For some reason, I am picturing Salah, like big picture, overcoming challenges, even entrepreneur, like, owning or at least being like a partner in like the fragrance business, whatever that was. That could be what this card is referring to. That maybe definitely like he's definitely like a stepping stone in whatever is going on currently. And that would make a lot of sense considering, like, again, I got the feeling in this second card that there was strife between the two when it's talking about broken communication. I do believe he is a part of that. So we move on to the fifth card. It's a recent past event. So this is something a little bit more recent, like another foundation card. It is the, what is that, Eight of Wands. It is reversed. It says delays, frustration, holding off, waiting, panic, and slow down. Delays, definitely, and holding off. I'm not surprised to get this card since Chantal's airport mishap. I do, even watching the live stream, I do feel like she is putting things off on purpose, is the intuition feeling, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. The delay doesn't have to be intentional, but it does imply that there is frustration in this delay. Now, is it on Chantal's part or is it on Salah's part? I'm not sure, but I'm definitely getting that feeling. So we move on to the sixth card. It's a future influence card. It's just a little peek into the future. What do we have to look forward to? Judgment. Oh, that's a strong one. It says judgment, rebirth, inner calling, a new phase, absolution, reckoning, awakening, redemption, forgiveness, and mercy. I do believe this card is saying a new phase. So maybe she does get to Canada. That would be a new phase for her. Even the rebirth. Like, I think she was talking about not wearing her hijab anymore, which that would be kind of like, I guess it would be like a rebirth because she'd be letting go of a religion. And it does imply like forgiveness and mercy, sort of like maybe that's what she'd be looking for, or she thinks she'll receive, or maybe this could even be like her interpretation of like what her life will be like in Canada, of like her viewers will forgive her and they'll come back to her and she'll, pretty much it'd be like she never left. All right, so we move on to the seventh card. So this is how Chantal feels about the current situation. It also can reveal a course of action. Ooh, the King of Swords, he is reversed. It says quiet power, inner truth, callous, weakness, loss of emotional control, manipulation, misuse of power. Okay, this could definitely be Chantal's card. The manipulation, the misuse of power. I don't know. I am getting a strong, because normally I don't try to put too much gender into the cards. I am getting a strong male presence with this one. For some reason, I'm thinking this is Chantal's interpretation of Salah, that he's manipulative, that he had emotional control over her, and he was misusing that power. Yeah, and that he's very callous. Like, I don't know why. Like, I do believe this is, this card shows how she feels about the present situation. I think this is how she currently feels about Salah. That he does, like, have some sort of control over her. Or at the very least, that's how she's interpreting it. Let's move on to environmental factors. So this could be people's opinions, someone, it literally just anything outside of Chantal, whether it's a situation or somebody's opinion. It is temperance. It says balance, harmony, moderation, patience, being sensible, purpose, finding meaning. It could be the perception of her Beezers. Like they do think the best of her. Being sensible, purpose, finding meaning. Maybe that's like the motivation of her, them funding her to go back to Canada. Like she'll find that balance She'll find her moderation. She'll find her purpose, her meaning back home in Canada. Maybe. Let's go ahead and move on to the 9th card. It's the inner emotions. So this is a deep-seated fear, or it could be a hope. Sometimes it's a little bit of both. Oh, we have the devil. Okay. So it says shadow self-attachment, addiction, restriction, sexuality, temptation, seduction, destructive behavior, materialism, codependency, and toxicity. I would say the devil is girl world's deepest fear. It often comes up in girl world. Mostly, I think, because of the addiction part of the card, even restriction. You know, sometimes these girls, I really do believe sometimes they do try to better themselves, but then the addiction kind of takes over. Temptation, destructive behavior. She is afraid of it. She knows it's there. She realizes what it is, and she is afraid of it. And I think a part of that fear is the loss of control. Because that's, again, like, that's something girl world is always looking for. They're always looking for some sort of control. Power and domination right there in the first card. So let's go ahead and flip the final card. Everyone's favorite card. It's the outcome card. Oh, we have the Fool. Also a good one. It says new beginnings, possibilities, innocence, spontaneous optimism, trust in life, blind faith, adventure, opportunity, and pleasure. I do believe the new beginnings and adventure, again, we're talking about Canada. I do believe she is going back. How long? I'm not sure. But let's talk about the Fool. Let's ask the spirits about the Fool. Just to double check, I'm going to pick up the other deck. I'm going to give it a good shuffle. And then we'll see what the spirits have to say about the Fool. Spirits, can you explain the Fool in Chantal's read? Oh, I have a jumper. Hustling, making it rain, focus on money, getting it. Definitely the hustling comes into play. If I can find the card where it was talking about one-sided charity, the first card. One-sided charity, that would be hustling. Let's see if the spirits have anything else to say. What is the tea, spirits? What is the tea? What do we have? We have inside scoop, a closer look, nosy up in your business. That's funny because I have been getting cyberbully for her. So I just wonder if that's related. Looking you up, researching you, studying you, getting info. It's funny, these two are right side by side and meeting. Let's see if they have anything else to say in the third card. Into you, good chemistry, great vibes, and positive. I don't think into you is, in this case, positive, especially after coming across these two. I do believe, because I've gotten it, the cyberbully and receipts, I do believe Chantal is talking to someone, or someone has taken a special interest in her, and it's going to end up very poorly, according to the reads. But let's pull these little guys aside. Let's shuffle one more time, see if the spirits have anything else to say, and then we might call it a day. Let's see if the spirits have any insight on who is the cyberbully. Oh. Okay, we have impersonator, someone who is unfazed, dusted off. We've been getting dusted off a lot, and bankrupt. Because with dusted off, I kind of interpret it as like starting over, or even like, I don't know, getting back to the way things were. We're also talking about bankruptcy, which could explain the, oh my goodness. I don't know, maybe the one-sided charity, perhaps, the strings attached. Oh no, the unpaid debts in the first card. And we're also talking about an impersonator. Wants to be like you, acts like you, dresses like you, copies you. But yeah, there's definitely somebody out there I believe she's talking to, and they are not a good person. But, you know, you can't tell Chantal anything. Yeah, we just have to wait and see what happens. Until then, thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate if you got this far. Remember to thank the spirits for helping us out today. Really appreciate them as well. And I hope you have a great day.